Oh man, here with a motley crew of people this evening for a new edition Goonery podcast. It's supposed to be real, intellectual, inspirational podcast. Gonna introduce the panel we got. I'm your host, Adam, founder, CEO of the Goonery. With me tonight, we got Dr. Ross Mundinger, also a father. We got Paige Watson, a.k.a. Peter Frampton. And we got Mike Montone.
Howdy, motherfuckers.
Podcast fucking legend over in Jersey. Savage crew.
Very, very loose use of the word legend there. Thank you.
There was quotes that I didn't make on the video, but
More
they were there.
apropos.
They were there. Going to run through the agenda, then I'll let everyone introduce themselves a little bit more. I'll make everyone say, that awkward, what is it? Something interesting about yourself. But tonight we got quite a slew of topics here. We got the old Jordan B. Peterson, Kathy Newman interview that not everyone knows about, but apparently over 10 million people have seen, and it's quite the stir. Then we'll go into some modern media, what the fuck's going on there, and we'll wrap it up with a feel-good story about this guy Kingston Chris. More to come on that. So whoever wants to jump in and introduce themselves first, the floor is yours. Don't all jump at once.
You say ladies first. So
yeah, ladies first, right? Ladies first. We're chivalrously here.
So wait. Okay. What am I saying? My name, what I do, and a fun fact?
Whatever you want to say, Paige.
Well, my name is Paige, and I do purchasing for an IT company / accounts payable, which is a huge joke because I don't even know who would put me in charge of something like that. Fun fact. I got hit in the head with a golf club at the driving range when I was in the 5th grade, and that explains a lot.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We used to work together, right? Good old online education.
That's a fun fact, too. Yes, we did.
Right out of college.
Yep.
Almost got fired for going to get McDonald's one day. What a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I guess you guys wouldn't have been loving that. Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, dude. Fucking legend. Why don't you take the floor there, Mr. Legend?
Yeah, my name is Mike. I collect horse droppings to be used as manure for a living, and I have ejaculated on 3 different continents.
Wow.
Oh, man, I'm only at 2.
Wait, do you really collect horse?
Nah,
Come on!
Come on, I don't know.
I work in digital media. What the fuck?
Well, looking at you right now, I would believe it.
All right. Last and surely not least.
That would be me, Ross Mundinger. I am a chiropractor as a profession.
You sound like one.
I'm completing the whole thing. You can't tell, but I also look like one too. And a fun fact about me is, how about a fun fact for me and Adam? We were in a Blink-182 cover band.
Oh, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I've heard this before.
Yeah, old news.
I want a new...
That's awesome.
That's my go-to fun fact. That's
Wait, what was it called? What was it called?
Plan B.
Plan B.
Is that do they have a fucking like album called Plan B or anything like that?
Not yet, anyway. Working on that.
Is Plan B associated with Blink-182 at all?
Well, this is the fucking wild part, right?
I'm not that deep into their catalog that I would.
We all have like different rememberings of how or why we were called Plan B.
Shouldn't you have called it like "What's My Age" again or something like that? Doing a real cover band vibe.
It's been done.
Yeah.
Unoriginal.
Second, I've heard this story before.
Yeah, Paige has already heard it.
Podcast. This is old fucking news.
I know, but I'm so fucking. It's not every day you find out that you're talking to two.
And we
people
deleted that
fucking
shit
Blink
too.
cover band.
Oh, you did? All right. Well, you might as well retell it.
That's deleted.
I'm just gonna. Take a break.
Thank you, Peter Frampton. From my remembrances, Plan B was us because they were fucking broken up and never coming back together in our minds. It was a long time, and that fucking Tom was just such a stubborn guy. So we were going to carry out the legend.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Fucking paranoidism, too. Anyway, that's the story. You know, we can... what is going on there? It sounds like a windstorm.
Maybe I'm just breathing. I'm really into the story about Plan B. I don't know.
Mike is so fun in your face.
Yeah,
He's getting fucking hot and bothered.
Real excited about bringing up my old past.
Yeah, I'll say.
Who was the singer?
That'd be me.
Can you sing us a little bit of a?
You gotta.
You have to.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking go for it.
Go for it.
I can do the
Hey,
drums.
sing First Date. Just start it. Ready? Na 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 na.
What's actually funny about that?
Sing the fucking song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about that song.
Classic rock.
When we were playing a show, like actually playing a show in front of people, that exact song I fucked up lyrics on in front of everybody.
Well, here's your chance to write that shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, time to redeem yourself.
Do I have to take over your part as lead singer?
You know what? I think that's actually a smart career move for me, just in general, is to abandon that entirely.
This is no fun.
Yeah.
I am no fun for the most part.
Oh, damn.
You were the lead singer of a Blink-182 cover band, and under most circumstances, that would scream fun.
Yeah.
Sing the fucking song, man.
All right, fine.
You want me to start over with the background?
Yeah.
Get it going.
Ready? Na 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 na.
In the car, I just can't wait. Pick her up on my very first date. Is it cool if I hold your hand? Is it wrong if I think it's lame to dance? Do you like my stupid hair? You guess that I didn't know what to wear. I'm just scared of what you think. You make me nervous, so I really can't eat.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Hey, all right.
You are a fucking teenage dream. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Yeah, you fucking killed it. I was expecting a lot worse, but
Just running through that whole night in my mind for the last 9 years has really made me on point with it, I guess.
Did that make you anxious, having to do that?
Yeah, actually it did, which is really kind of a strange thing considering I've sang that song about 1,000 times. It's the fame of the podcast is really getting to me right now.
Or maybe it's because you're not blacked out.
we got a ways to go
very
there,
true.
champ.
Very true.
But if we start talking about shit like Jordan Peterson and his big old Kathy Newman, anyone aware of that? Because apparently I'm the only one aware of it, and I wasn't even really that aware of it until recently.
I mean, I know who they are. I follow Jordan Peterson more than I follow Kathy Newman, but I didn't. I mean,
What?
did they have it out over something or?
You haven't heard, bro? Oh my god.
I am unaware.
Well, first of all, maybe
I was doing literally everything other than following two old people getting into what happened.
a tiff. Well, first of all, why don't you say what you know about Jordan Peterson, and then I'll fill in the blanks.
Peterson, I've been following that motherfucker for a while because he's been going on Rogan forever.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's a Canadian professor who has kind of.
I thought he was British.
He's he works at a school in Canada.
But does that make him Canadian? Oh, Canadian.
I mean, his
professor.
accent's pretty fucking Canadian too. I don't know.
He's his accent's just psychologist 101.
Wildly Canadian. In any case, he kind of became internet famous because he refused to use certain gender pronouns when he was being told to, and he was pushing back against a policy in Canada now that exists that says you have to use them, otherwise you're engaging in some sort of hate speech. You can be sued, and there've been all sorts of fucking problems up there because they're absolute lunatics about that kind of shit. I don't know if you guys saw Justin Trudeau. When some woman used the term mankind, he said we prefer to say people kind because he's some sort of a fucking cuck. Anyway, Yeah, so Jordan Peterson has drawn all sorts of like shit and flames from the internet because of all this, and then he's
What
got some
does
sort of,
trans prefer to be called? That he was fine with saying he or she, right? But what was?
yeah, it was like the million other ones. Basically he had no problem with the actual like the idea of doing it as like a fucking courtesy, other than the fact that's silly or ridiculous. But his problem was he didn't think it was right for speech to be regulated. He didn't think you shouldn't be able to come down and say, hey, you have to say this, because then you're dictating a person's speech, which is kind of, goes against every premise of free society.
Yeah, he's a big free society, free speech guy, and pretty much calls it how it is. But yeah, I guess he got pretty attacked on the old Kathy Newman show, or ABC or whatever the fuck that is, and or something over in Europe. I'm just regurgitating the information with a few drinks in me. But
are you able to play a clip at all?
We don't want to see a clip. It's terrible.
Yeah, we don't want to see a clip.
The interview should have never happened. It was a huge waste of everyone's time. The lady interviewing him looked like she wanted to just
murder him. And we can definitely put the clip on Twitter all day, every day. But the big thing, my big takeaway from it is the fact that Ross the doctor, all right? If you learned anything about men versus women and how there is, like, if a man succumbs to his feminine side, that's called some sort of like medical or psychological term, and vice versa. If a woman succumbs to her maleness, like that's called, there's names for it.
Like genetically speaking, I mean, you can have situations where someone might not be born genetically entirely male or female, and in that way you can break that down however you want. There's tons of categories. In terms of like if you were actually born XX chromosome or XY chromosome, and you were born with that kind of parts.
This is more like man possessed by feminine side. They like call it.
What do you guys think I am?
I would assume that you associate as a female. That's as far as I'm going to go. Am I going to get sued for that?
So many different categories now that maybe I fall under one of those that are like female / male like tendencies. Maybe I have a dick. Did you know that, Adam?
Show us. I mean, you look like a girl, you sound like a girl, but your name is Pete Frampton, so.
Exactly. So no one knows. It's very confusing these days. There's so many different categories.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it.
Well, I feel like as far as I'm aware of, there's not any actual medical term outside of, like I said, actual male or female.
Well, what about hermaphrodites though? Because that's like a whole different fucking thing. Because whatchamacallit, I think we're talking about, with Jordan Peterson, we're talking about men who identify as women, women who identify as men, and the whole gamut there. But then aren't there medically hermaphrodites, like fucking babies that are born that have either both parts or like a
little bit of both?
I've heard there are some babies born with like micro dicks that they just cut off and invert everything and just like, yeah, you're a chick, and start giving it hormones.
Definitely easier to dig a hole than build a pole. I can tell you that much. Scientific facts. So that does happen.
Awesome.
What about a big clit? How big does the clit have to be before it's a micro dick?
Ooh, now that's a great question. I'm not prepared to answer that.
Paige?
Or how small does a dick have to be before it's just a big clit?
Man.
Also fair question.
These are great questions.
You're asking me to answer this?
Yes.
That's why you're here.
The subject matter expert.
You guys are men. I don't know how many people you've hooked up with, but I'm guessing it's not many. Okay? So,
plenty, but I've never run into an enormous clit.
Right. I don't have a huge
big
clit.
nips, but not.
But I feel like the clit is definitely the equivalent of like the penis, and I don't think you can just like stretch that. I don't know how they do that. That's insane.
No, if you see chicks who do like female bodybuilding, when they start taking all the hormone injections, they wind up getting like enormous clits.
No, Really?
No. Yeah. I believe
You got your phone out?
You're one Google search away from finding the answer to that.
someone should pull their phone out and show us a picture.
Google it.
Yeah, I want to see this enlarged clit.
While someone
Google
Googles
female
it,
bodybuilder enlarged clit.
I will Venmo someone $5 for them to pull up an enlarged clit.
That's you don't have to Venmo me shit. I'll pull it up right now.
I know. I feel like we would all.
While he's pulling this up, I Googled what the fuck I was trying to talk about earlier. It's called the anima and the animus, which is literally like the anima is the feminine side taking over the masculinity in a male, meaning he becomes kind of bitchy, moody, withdrawn, that kind of thing. And it is like the wildest thing. And
Who made these terms? Where are these terms coming from?
Wikipedia.
Adam, I just wrote that in there the other day, so you're reading.
No, I feel like Wikipedia is one of the most reliable sources you can find these days.
Well,
There's so many people that are protecting the truth versus trying to fake the truth that I feel like Wikipedia is more reliable than the fake New York Times or any of that blue church shit you find anymore.
Adam, do you think everything is one big conspiracy theory?
Yeah, this is great. This is just I can't tell what's a fucking enlarged clit and what's a micro dick.
Large clit. I'm gonna look it up too.
I think I've found a bunch over and over, so I'm assuming this is
images.
One sec.
But basically, the point of this is Kathy Hume was going through the anima
you're right.
stage.
There's like either a huge clit or a micro penis.
Oh!
No!
Oh, fuck. Now I have to mark this NSFW.
Ew, that looks like. Okay, wait, actually.
That's a joke. That's just one. I need to see. What is that, share? Ooh.
Ew.
Was that Rick again?
Okay, can I just tell you something? This. Wait, this one? No. Listen, this one. That's like normal. If you like spread it around, like there's like a piece in there. This is not normal. Are you guys those guys who think like girls pee and have their periods out of the same hole?
What do you mean?
So that's confirmed, yes.
What do you? There's just one hole down there.
Hole too.
There's just the one, right? Like a bird.
There's a pee hole.
It all just comes out of one big hole.
Oh, you're just trying to say that.
You're fucking with me, right?
I'm a doctor.
Oh, thank God. Well, no, I've talked to guys who are like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm like, are you?
Yes, well aware of the various bits and pieces.
Thank God. I
still can't find the clit.
Well, that's, seems like a personal problem.
Yeah.
It does.
Does.
But, you got to keep looking. You can't give up.
No comment.
Crickets. Wow, everyone's just.
No comment.
Everyone's believing me, huh?
Adam, we do believe you.
Oh, man, it's that believable, huh? Shit. Well, I just want to quote the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the old Clip Master scene. Someone can do it better than me.
Hey, Click Commander, can you I can't hear you as good. Can you I can hear her. You're not coming in great.
That's what she said.
Turn that mic up.
Oh shit. Oh, there we go. How about that?
Oh, it's gone now. You're gone. It's all the way off.
Man.
Oh wait.
Man. Is it gone?
No. Just fucking with you.
Yeah. Bunch of fuckers. Anyway, we're running out of time, so we have to wrap up. Should we do the Kingston Chris story, or should we totally fucking you see that fucking big clit middle finger right there? Do you guys want to wrap up with modern media, or should we talk about Kingston Chris's hard ass life story? And
I don't know who the fuck Kingston Chris.
Yeah, I was a bit thrown by that as well. Who the fuck is Kingston Chris?
All
And
right.
Adam, where do you find time to find? Is this just like on Yahoo's like opening webpage when you sign on in the morning?
Kingston Chris?
I live in a bubble, so I'm just
No,
wondering.
Kingston
The hot
Chris.
topic.
This is the guy. So anyway, I had broken up with a long distance girlfriend who was living in Chicago that morning because I just had cracked as a man, so the relationship was done at that point, in my opinion. She tested me too hard, and I failed the test. So it was stay and be miserable or move
Wait,
on.
did you fuck another chick or?
No.
Talking about
No, she
you dumped your ass.
No, I dumped her. We just were fighting all fucking day, and I just couldn't put up with it anymore. And
Oh, that's not really failing a test. I thought like you banged some chick and then.
No. That's like barbaric pirate shit.
I mean, hey, yeah, I mean, you're gonna fight. What are you gonna fucking do? Sometimes,
we were fighting all day. I wanted to go home and bang. She wanted to go out to the bar and drink more.
It was just one day you were fighting.
It was like 36 hours of fighting. It was too much. I ended up the
And
night. I called her a cunt, and you can't call a girl a cunt.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from that.
It's hard. And then I got thrown on the couch, and she
How
actually
long were you dating?
like 2 months.
Oh, that's not.
Oh,
That's not a real. That's
no,
just.
that's not real.
that's
You can
just
call her a
banging.
cunt.
Right. It's not a big deal.
$36. Deuces.
Do you
I would
see-
have done the same
Do you
thing.
see my tears? Do you see them?
That's
So-
not even like breaking up though. That's just. Oh,
That's
I'm
not
not
even-
gonna.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking hang out with this person anymore.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna hang out with this
fucking
person
butt
anymore.
still.
But I wasn't gonna hang out with the next person until like 3-4 hours later, so I had some time to kill. And I lit a cigarette on the side of the street by Kingston Mines, on Halstead Street
choice.
there. And the next thing I know, I got spotted by a black gentleman who went by the name of Chris, needed to bum some cigarettes.
Of course.
Of course. And, me being like, all right, I don't want to be a dick, but at the same time, got to get something out of this myself. Asked him to like my Facebook page, to which he replied, like, his stepmom, like, controlled his life, and he just didn't have a phone, or he would. And he had a broken hand. And he said,
Adam! Why
Sounds.
would you engage in this conversation? This sounds like an epic failure.
No phone, no hand. Guess he's gonna have to use his mouth.
yeah, dude.
Can you like my Facebook page? Don't got a phone.
Yeah.
Is this
Tell you my
the
real name,
very
I'll
strange
take your whole
Snapchat?
pack of cigs.
Yeah, well, let me play his music real quick.
Oh,
I sat down with. Long story short, we sat down. We
Is
smoked
this
some.
the guy that you sent to me?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna play it right now. If I can fucking pull this shit up.
I'm just very
Brief.
shocked that you went all the way to his like house.
Oh, it's right across the street. All right, here he is. This is just us recording shit, like right on the street of Chicago.
Wow. Is that Kendrick? Is that Kendrick in the background? Or?
No, it's fucking Chris singing, dude.
Oh, wow.
Is this a recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's-
iPhone. We got a ton of this shit. We got this one.
Are you gonna be his producer?
I mean, is that the move? Like, should I? Should I try to set a GoFundMe page for this guy?
Yeah. I mean, this isn't bad.
It's not.
I think it's pretty good.
There's a ton of these. I have like a whole mixtape we recorded. And he's just
Ready to go
freestyling.
podcast, Whitey.
And now I'm trying to free my people. They just free my people. Now I'm really finna have some fun. I I know it ain't the same as try to change it, but I'm changing up the DJ playing.
What does he mean when he says trying to free my people?
I think about it every day. I never see nothing like this. I gotta work on
I
my
mean,
Rock
this
that
guy's
Goonery
got
headband.
nothing. Yeah, he's rocking the same headband. We got him decked out in Goonery. This is us.
Here with Chris, aka Smokey. You know, I'm here chilling.
We just got
Some energy drinks.
got the groceries.
Grocery shopping for kids.
We got in here.
Gotta love the kids. Got Powerade. Got
Wait, so does this guy live with his stepmother?
Yeah,
Got some water balloons.
Where was this?
right across from Kingston Mines.
Oh.
How long did you hang out with this
What do you
gentleman?
mean?
So you went to his stepmother's house?
No, we sat on the stoop or the
Of course.
porch. You know, he had 2 chairs, a little dirty, but we just
Some
sat.
malt
Go
liquor.
into the house?
No, fuck no.
Because I don't. Kingston Mines, that's in Lincoln Park, right? So
Yeah, it's on Halstead, right?
what if you were just sitting on somebody else's porch?
It's within,
He said his girl and his kids were like around the corner at the park, and he was just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
He also said he had to go to school one day with a bloody head to pick up his kids because he like gets beaten and like questioned anytime. Yeah, like, he said it was his birthday on the 29th that he was turning 28.
28?
I
And
know.
his stepmom won't let him have Facebook?
Come on,
It's
Andrew.
very
You just got swindled.
I don't know. Maybe I got swindled, but maybe he got swindled because I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe page that.
Let's actually I'm gonna re-record all of his music, and then you're gonna be like,
Paige, I'll be there in Chicago on June 29th, and we should go visit Chris.
oh yeah,
Still fucking there. Bring him
and
a
you're
big
gonna give a
fat,
message
big
from
fat-
somebody else.
either a big fat check or give him a piece of our mind.
Is Rick gonna message me?
I'm not sure what Rick's gonna do. Rick I don't think quite understands the game, but he might message you. Why don't you tell the story? Because this would be
it sounds like
Listen to this.
you and this Rick gentleman are fixing to bang.
Rick's my dad, by the way. Ross knows.
Wait, so she's gonna bang your dad?
I have no idea.
Adam, your father listens to this.
I know.
Are you gonna bang his dad?